They are trying to separate us because we're communal. And if we all actually sat down, even the most fucking worst opinion over there and the worst opinion over there, if we were all in the room together, we could find somewhere over here where we could both at least be the least bit angry at each other.
I honestly think we should eliminate political parties.
Thank you.
I think what we should have is just a bunch of people with
pull money out of politics.
Varying ideologies.
Pull money. Let's hear an interesting idea. Here's an interesting idea about England. All right, England announces their elections. There are 3 months from the announcement of the elections till the election for you to legally campaign.
Why is that good?
It's better because of what again, hailing back to what we said earlier, the day after the president's elected, it seems like they're talking about who's going to run in 2020 already.
Right.
All right. And this, hey, we might be in a particularly weird circumstance now in America. Again, I won't even delve into that. What I want to say is, the day after our president is elected, we shouldn't be talking about who's going to be the next fucking president until that guy fucks up enough to say who's going to be the next president. There should be this, and again, we are in some extremely absurd and weird circumstances at the moment, but under normal circumstances, my argument would just be, we're Americans. This guy got elected through the process we all agreed to, and even now I'll say that, but dude's already fucking. Again, that's why I don't want to visit that, because that's a whole fucking 4 hours on its own. Honestly, I don't, and I just don't want to even go there. But give America a fucking chance. You know what I mean? Am I making any sense?
You're making sense.
Because I've had like 4 whiskeys now, brother.
I mean, what your idea is of America versus what everybody else's idea, we need to come to some sort of clarification.
My idea is this, and I don't mean to interrupt you. My idea is this, is that you could be the furthest away from me you could be, and I could be way over there. But if we were in the same room, somewhere in here, we'd find a place that we'd be like, all right, I can live with that. That's the idea.
We need to figure out what these things are that we're talking about living with, because I don't think there's very many of them that we're really disagreeing on between the left and the right. I think there's a lot of bullshit, and I think it's a lot of what we were talking about earlier. This tribal bullshit,
the people who
dig our heels in the sand.
The people who elected this personal president right now.
President?
Yeah, the personal president. It's a personal president. This is a very few amount of people. There's really, truly very few people that are his base. 35%? Let's keep it real.
Right now?
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it fucking real. Yeah, because a lot of bailed on him because they realized what they voted for was not what they voted in protest almost. A lot of people.
What's his approval rate? It's pretty low, right?
It's fucking the lowest in history.
Is it the lowest in history?
And again, I don't care.
Right.
What I'm saying is, like, a lot of people said fuck the whole system, and for a second they bought into the fact that this guy actually might think the same when this guy spent his entire life fucking over the working class dude. In fact, as much as I would have voted the other direction for whatever you want to say, and I don't give a fuck about Hillary Clinton. I'm not telling you the fucking world would have been saved by Hillary Clinton. Fuck that shit. All right, that was an entitled motherfucking person who was only given that fucking position because for some reason the people, the elite of that party thought it was her turn or something. I don't know. That was wrong. That's just as much their fault for losing as fucking.
We really shouldn't be talking about politics. We're way too stupid.
Fuck it. It's already there. I'm drunk. What I'm saying is this: is that dude is gonna give me a tax break if he's successful. And the guys that actually voted for him, the union guys and the fucking working class guys, are gonna get fucked over. And at the end of the day, they'll be regretting it. As much as like spitting at you and saying to you or appealing, he's not that fucking guy. Just like fuck Hillary Clinton, fuck Donald Trump. So you can't be mad at me. Fuck all of them. Bernie Sanders was probably our most logical choice, but I said fuck him because I read his tax plan and he would have fucking raped me. So it's like there's got to be, I don't know, there's got to be a whole new system where the money is, there has to be a flat tax kind of thing where every fucking person from corporation, the problem is too many corporations are considered legally
Dude, we're talking
people.
way too much about politics. You're freaking me the fuck out. I can't do this anymore, Jamie!
I'm here.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying, this is, as a person,
everybody.
It's not politics. It's like explore the fact that they're separating and dividing. You could be a white supremacist. You could be a black fucking nationalist. Whatever you want to be. They're fucking playing on that. They're playing on that. This is designed. Facebook, all that, these algorithms are fucking designed to design. What do you want to see on your page?
Well, it's
remember that.
Well, it's
please,
not what do you want to see.
End this conversation right now. If everybody will just remember that.
Or do you think
I just think it's a fact of the way they set up programs. They set up a program to say what's going to be most, like the guy who invented Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, whoever's his team wants the people who use his product to be the happiest they can be with it.
Right.
Correct?
I'm assuming.
Here's the direction we're going with this.
Okay.
Right? So if they look at the things you click on,
right,
and start developing a pattern and an algorithm,
right,
and you click on these extremely right things or you click on these extremely left things, sooner or later that's all that's going to be on your page. Instagram even changed their fucking algorithm to it's not like what was just last posted.
Right.
It's what was last posted that's most popular and what's appealing to you that you like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm going with this. Is that these people they don't understand. You're being catered to. You're being fed. You're being fed ideas you want to be fed. You're not being challenged. And I've always said this about even personal my art. If there's not somebody, it goes back to being in a room by yourself and why I got stagnated with making a record. If there's not somebody in that room somehow to challenge your idea isn't the best it can be. Ever.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that an alternative point of view would not be that you're getting fed. Would that be these algorithms recognize your interests, and whether it's golf or South American fishing or fucking skydiving, you're interested in, you start searching for that, it'll give you things that you can.
But it's not just what you're liking, and it's like you're saying the conversations that you've best had in your life are almost alternative opinions, and those start getting filtered out of your feed. And then your feed,
no. That's only your own choices. If you choose to go, why don't you just search out things that are alternative to what your
because you're Joe
is.
Rogan and you think like that. We're talking about the guy who works fucking 40 hours a week, who gets on Facebook and sees what comes down his feed.
That guy that he's no different than you or me.
I hope he's listening to you.
I'm sure. I hope he is.
I hope he's listening to you, but you hear what I'm saying though, right? Like it's not a fucking dismissed idea that there's guys who got their heads fucking down just trying to get their paycheck for the next week to get their fucking mortgage paid, and they look up for a long enough time and maybe Facebook is the one thing they look at a week, and then that's where they get their information from.
Yeah, but that's not Facebook's fault. That Facebook creates an algorithm that reinforces what your interests
Facebook?
are.
I'm saying be aware.
I understand what you're saying, but you're saying it also in the way of like almost like these people are victims of this. This is just a simple
They're
algorithm
victims of
that
themselves.
Picks up, but it's not even their
but
victims
they don't even.
themselves.
They're not even aware of that they're victims of themselves, and they are.
I would say
they've created they're creating their own universe. They are completely creating, and this thing is allowing that. All right, you can block whatever you want out if you don't want to see something.
Right.
You can create and what do they call it in the fucking curate your own universe.
Right.
All right, and let me tell you something about resistance. What I find interesting,
like Keith Olbermann resistance,
sort of. He's sometimes he can be a propagandist
no, go
too.
ahead. I'm just kidding.
He's a propagandist too, like Michael Moore. There's no true center right now. That's why I keep coming back to like, how do you know what's truly true?
Right.
And you want to know where I find truth?
Where?
Comedians. Comedians are the new punk rock. Comedians, truthfully, are the people who are challenging the status quo right now. Whether you're talking about the guy on HBO who has the Last Week Tonight show or the Daily Show kind of news, more Americans, and this is a studied fact, trust comedic news as truth than they do fucking Anderson fucking Vanderbilt Cooper.
Vanderbilt?
He's a Vanderbilt.
Middle name?
He's a Vanderbilt. I'm just throwing it out. You know, he's not.
What does that mean?
It means he comes from a very fucking privileged family, dog. You know, and he represents a very leftist stand. It's fakery is what I'm saying. He's a Vanderbilt. All right? That's what I'm saying. It's like saying he's a Rockefeller. All right? And if you don't follow
like
me on that,
Jay-Z Rockefeller.
No, Rockefeller, not Rockefeller.
Oh.
All right? Rockefeller, like the fucking evil fuck that just died.
Oh, he's a bad guy?
All right? Bad guy. All right? 1%. He's a 1%er. All right? Trust that. Trust the people you're watching that you trust. Fox News, CNN, all this bullshit. And hey, I might get a lot. I ain't even gonna look at Twitter later. So fuck all y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't look at Twitter. I don't care. So if you hate what I'm saying, I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways.
Do you know
because what I'm saying is for the
is?
greater good. It's like, I'm not telling you I'm left, I'm right. I'm saying there's a place in the middle where we're all fucking people and we all give a fuck about the same shit. Like our lives and our children and our eating and our fucking having a roof over our head. And there's no reason that the richest fucking planet on earth can't figure these fucking problems out. And the only reason there are problems is because they want there to be problems and for you to fucking be fighting with each other. You're blue or you're red. Choose it, Crip or you blood.
Oh, I don't even
are
necessarily
you
know
What's
if
up?
this is something
What's
they've
up,
chosen.
Joe? You Crippin' or you bloodin'? What you doing? You a blood, you a Crip in this political fucking environment. Are you a blue state or you a red state, my man? What up? That's what they doing. That's what they're doing. And I know we didn't want to go here, and I know I tried to push it off for like hours. But I ain't making it personal about a president or a thing. I'm saying there's a system in place that's fucking keeping us locked down. And it's fucked up. And it's money related. And if we took money out of it, we could get more of an honest politician who would actually give a fuck about your kid. And whether there's fucking power lines going over your house, or whether you got health care, or whether you got this or that. Until then, don't expect me to give a fuck about any of y'all. And that's the drunk me talking.
Any of y'all
that buy into this system and ain't ready to change something and say that something should be different.
I think everybody thinks something
No,
should be
they
different,
don't, because they're not doing shit about it. They're not doing shit about it, Joe. And I'm not trying to be angry with you. I love you. You know I love you like a brother.
Okay, but
not even
but
bullshit.
all bullshit aside, what are you doing?
There is
about
no
it?
bullshit. There is no bullshit in this. So bullshit doesn't have to be put aside. What I'm saying is, like, until people want to realize that there's an answer, and the answer is pulling corporate and fucking it. If you can't, there should be a limit on what you could donate to a fucking politician. Should be like $100 or $1,000. Let's make it $1,000.
I think it should be a Facebook like.
Whatever. There should be some kind of system that says it's not fucking the Koch fucking brothers pumping billions into a dude, whether it's through misdirection or fucking whatever. Let's keep it fucking real, man. We're getting fucked as a people. Hey, I do well. I'm doing myself a disservice by even saying shit.
Do you think they're gonna come get you?
No, but I think they're gonna tax me more if I keep preaching.
Talking?
If I keep preaching the style of life I believe, I will pay more taxes. Yes.
Do you really think that they come get you?
I will pay more. No, not come get me. You're fucking playing me like I'm dumb. Like you're doing the entertainment thing right now. I'm being so real right now, Joe. Is that I'm saying they will fucking tax me more. Yes. If the government and the way of life, I think I should pay more. Yes. Than the fucking person who makes $36,000 a year. But you know what? If my accountant's smart enough, I don't have to. That's honesty. All right? I can fucking figure out a way not to pay as much taxes because I have legitimate, legally, right? Even legally. We're not talking about illegally. I'm talking about totally legally. Okay. I'm talking about what your president is pulling right now that he's never shown you his taxes. All right, he's pulling. You can easily skirt a lot of taxes if you have a little bit of information. Like a lot of motherfuckers are dumb enough to buy cars. All right, I don't buy cars. I'll keep it fucking real with you. I don't buy a fucking car. I lease a fucking car. You know why? Because it's a fucking basically almost 100% fucking tax write-off.
I guarantee you, Bill Burr brought his car. Bill Burr owns his house.
Bill, I love you. You're one of the funniest guys ever.
He doesn't play games with debt.
If you fucking lease cars, you can write off the fucking payments.
If he was in front of you right now, he'd be like, fuck you, I want to own it.
Good. Good. Own it. And then when you want a new, I like new cars. So guess what? I get a new one every fucking 2 years.
Jesus Christ, you're aggressive with this car thing.
No, but what I'm saying is there's games that are played that you're not even tripping on because they sold you on the opposite angle. They got rappers telling you that fucking owning your shit outright is perfect. So pay $100,000 for that car, drive it off the lot, get a dent in it. It's worth fucking 40 grand now.
I understand you're very passionate about this, but I could see both sides. I could see that someone would want to lease something because it'd be a nice tax write-off, especially if you're incorporated, which I'm sure you are. And Bill is and I am. But also I could see someone who says the
guy who's got money has the games down because I have the guys who give me the information.
There's a lot of guys that would say
the average Joe can pull this off. No, you don't have being incorporated doesn't involve being rich.
I understand that. Yeah.
But the fucking guy leasing his Nissan Sentra doesn't. And he could actually incorporate himself and fucking write off his fucking $300 even a month payment. Like, there's ways to get, there's fucking games that are being played that people don't fucking know about, is my point.
I understand. Right? This is a deep game.
It is.
We can go into games that are being played that people don't know about.
I love you, and I feel like maybe I'm drunk because you're looking at me like I'm talking stupid shit right now.
You're definitely drunk. We
not
went
drunk,
on a rampage a little bit, but we're back.
Buzzed. Drunk is way first. Drunk, I'd be trying to fight you, Joe.
Well, let's not do that. We're friends.